Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what secrets the stars hold? Tonight, let's journey back in time, over 2,000 years ago, to a story that begins with a single brilliant star. This is the story of the Magi, often called the Three Kings or Wise Men, and their incredible quest to find a newborn king. In the East, a group of learned men, scholars of the stars, noticed something extraordinary. A new star, brighter and more magnificent than any they had ever seen, had appeared in the heavens. They knew its meaning instantly. A prophecy was fulfilled. A great king had been born. This wasn't just any king. This was the long-awaited King of the Jews. Compelled by this celestial sign, they packed their provisions, mounted their camels, and began a long, arduous journey, leaving behind the comfort of their homes to follow this divine light. Their journey was not a short one. It took them across vast deserts and rugged mountains, a testament to their unwavering faith and determination. Finally, their travels brought them to the grand city of Jerusalem, the heart of Judea. Thinking the new king would surely be in the capital, they went to the palace and boldly asked the reigning ruler, King Herod, a simple yet world-shaking question. Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him. This question sent ripples of fear and suspicion through Jerusalem. King Herod, a ruthless and power-hungry ruler, was deeply troubled. The idea of a rival king, a new heir to the throne, threatened his entire reign. He gathered his chief priests and scribes and demanded to know where the Messiah was to be born. They consulted the ancient prophecies and told him, in Bethlehem of Judea. Herod then secretly called the Magi and questioned them about the exact time the star had appeared. He then sent them to Bethlehem with a cunning instruction: go and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me, so that I too may go and worship him. But Herod's heart was filled with deceit. He had no intention of worshipping the new king, only of eliminating him. Unaware of Herod's sinister plot, the wise men left Jerusalem. And as they did, the very star they had followed from the east reappeared before them. It moved ahead of them, a glowing guide in the night, until it stopped directly over the place where the child was. When they saw the star halt, they were overcome with joy. Their long journey was finally at its end. They entered the humble home, and there they saw him, the baby Jesus, with his mother, Mary. All the miles, all the hardships melted away in that moment. These powerful, wealthy men from a faraway land fell to their knees. They bowed down and worshipped the tiny child, recognizing his divine majesty. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of profound meaning. First, they gave him gold, a gift fit for a king, acknowledging his royal status. Next, they offered frankincense, a fragrant resin used in temple worship, a gift for a deity, recognizing his divinity. And finally, they presented myrrh, an expensive spice used for anointing and burial, a gift that foreshadowed his future sacrifice for all humanity. These weren't just expensive presents. They were acts of worship, each one telling a piece of Jesus' story. That night, God spoke to the wise men in a dream, warning them not to go back to the treacherous King Herod. Trusting this divine message, they completely changed their plans. They obeyed God and returned to their own country by a different route, foiling Herod's wicked scheme and ensuring the safety of the infant king. So, why is this story so special and timeless? It teaches us that Jesus came for everyone, from the humble shepherds in the fields to the learned wise men from distant lands. His message is universal. The Magi's story is also a powerful lesson in perseverance. They patiently searched for the truth, following the light God had given them, no matter how long or difficult the path. They honored Jesus with their most precious gifts and, more importantly, with their humble hearts. Their obedience to God's warning protected them and the Holy Family. Their journey reminds us to keep our eyes open for the signs God places in our lives, to follow His light with courage, and to offer Him the very best of ourselves. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of faith and hope. May you always find your star to follow.